All right, well, we're back. It's running good. No more issues with the fuel pressure or a lean code. Everything's running well. But now I'm going to try to fix something that I cobbled together a while ago. I was out of town probably over a year ago, and the upper windshield trim started flapping around. So I was in no position to fix it, and so I just Gorilla taped it, which held until today. And then the Gorilla tape started flapping around, and it's like, okay, well, now I'm kind of need to do something about this mess. What I think has happened, because it's supposed to, you can see by that, clip onto the windshield, but it needs to go underneath this. And I think over the years, because I've had this windshield changed once, and I'm pretty sure they didn't change that. I think over the years it's just shrunk and gotten to the point where it just doesn't fit all the way across anymore. And so as soon as that pulled out, floop, off it went. Because I don't believe it's supposed to be glued in. But we're going to walk around to the parts truck, which I've already kind of uncovered. And no rain last night, so of course we live in a swamp. Burnout Firebird, languishing. This one looks like it's good. Maybe I can finally use some part off of this poor thing. Oop, into the mud. There we go. Did you see how that one's tucked in there? And pretty well tucked in on the other side. So we're gonna try to set this down and see if we can give some sort of view of something and try to take that apart. And what I don't want to do is tear it up, although, I mean, you can get a new one of these for like 20 bucks. Woo, boy. That's not under there much, but it is. There we go. All right, that's that. Let's see if we can get it off the other side. Yeah, it's a little further under here. Maybe I can center it up a little bit better. There it is. Not in bad shape for being 17 years old. It's reasonably flexible. It's not all cracked up. So I think what I'm going to do is scuff this up with a brush, clean it off a bit, and then pull the one off the old truck. See what it's going to take to get this on there. We'll see if the other one, we'll compare the size and see if it's shrunk or what, and we'll go from there. Well, that was convenient. Just threw that in the sink with the dishes. My wife was out having a cigarette, so that'll teach her to not keep an eye on what I'm making a mess with. So, now I'm going to go get the ladder out of the mud and see if I can get that off of this one, and then we'll see what we got. Alright, get the ladder out of the mud. See if we can get this mess off. That's going to be fun to clean. Jesus. All right. Everything looks pretty good under there. Just gotta make sure I don't dislodge the XM antenna. I think the last time they did this, they may have gotten it glued in place took the urethane they used to hold the windshield in. We'll see how this is going to work. Doesn't seem too bad. I'm going to take a brush and clean that out really good. Doesn't look too bad. There, I'm going to go get some Goo Gone and see if I can get this garbage off of the paint. All right. Well, that's not great, and I don't recommend that process for anybody who likes their paint, but it'll do. The big smear going up there was from when the thing was flapping around. It made black marks all over the roof. So, we're going to, I guess now, this is the new one, and this is the old one, and we're going to see what's different, if anything. Yeah, a little bit of shrinkage. I hate it when that happens. Get rid of this thing. Just getting more glue and garbage on the rest of the paint. But I guess we're going to try to install this thing now. See what we can do. I'm only going to put it a little ways under. And I'm just going through and trying to hook that contour onto the top of the windshield as best as I can. All right, there she goes. Got her tucked under all the way across. Basically nice and flush. The antenna wire run again. Both sides are underneath. So hopefully that's all that's going to take. In worst case, this is 20 bucks from any of your favorite places. And maybe a little longer. So if this doesn't work, that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, that's how you change the molding on a F150 windshield, or Expedition, or Explorer, or Excursion of this era, most likely the same. So, hope you're all having a good day. Take care. Alright, so we're back on the Ford again, And today what we're going to try to do is put a new top molding on the windshield to finish that out, because the second one I put on it blew off. So I wasn't quite sure what was supposed to hold it on. New antenna's doing real well. No leaks, had some big rain, working great. But I wasn't quite sure what was supposed to hold it on, so it seemed like the other one was stuck together or in with some of the windshield adhesive that they had used when I had the windshield changed many, many years ago. So I ordered a little tube of Fast Cure Auto Glass urethane, which will work somewhat in my gun. And I was going to use that. But then, while I was looking at it this morning, I noticed that inside this little channel that bites around the windshield, there's actually a strip of adhesive in there. Of course, I've always touched it on that end, so that's fantastic. But there's actually a strip of adhesive in this, which is neat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to forego using this for now. Of course, this will probably blow off again, and we'll have to do this again with this. But I'm going to get up here with a razor blade, sitting over there, and my lacquer thinner, and really clean this as good as I possibly can, because it's kind of sticky and gummy and crummy. And then, since I don't have my wire running anymore, I can get that on there really nice, I hope, and push it in, let it sit, and hopefully that adhesive will hold it to the windshield. So that's my goal for today, is to get this thing, get this panel on it so it's finished. So that's what we're going to try. All right, so that's about as clean as it's going to get. Seems like there's a pretty good little channel underneath the window for that thing to grip onto and be able to push in. My neighbor decided it was time to bush hog. So we're going to try to get that thing out, check it for length, and squish it in there and see if it'll stick. It was $6, so if it blows off again, we'll get another one, and then we'll really make sure it sticks. They do not give you a lot of extra. That is for sure. All right, there it is. Pretty straight, no bubbles. I used the putty knife to get under it and push down on that channel so I could try to lock it around the windshield as good as possible and get that glue to stick. So hopefully that's all she takes. I didn't really notice any difference without it, but figured it's supposed to be there, we might as well put it back. Nice and clean roof. So hopefully that'll work. Anyway, appreciate you all tuning in. Hope you all are having a good day. I guess happy Mother's Day, since that's when I'm filming this. So, y'all take care.